Hi, welcome to my video blog week number 7, and today we are going to talk about poet number 3, and he is none other than Khalil Gibran. I love this poet, and he is most of his poems are very, of course, like all poems, are very philosophical. Talks about life, talks about emotions, and I've read the book Prophet, and I'm sure most of you have. The book has a lot of poems which are based on which talk about relationships, mostly about marriage, friendship and children. And if you have not read it, I highly recommend it. It is a must-have book, a bedside book that can help you with any situation in life. You will find an answer in that book. And Khalil Gibran was born in present-day Lebanon, and he migrated to the United States. Though he did not go to school in Lebanon, once he came to the United States, he educated himself. And he was born on January 6th, 1883, and died on April 10th, 1931. He was also an artist, and he was trained in painting, and he did a lot of things, and he died pretty young of cirrhosis, and so some say that he was an alcoholic. But we have lots of poets and writers and creative people. As I said on my first video, a lot of creativity comes from sorrow and depression, right? So I guess we have to enjoy our emotions, and that's the reason why I chose the topic, because we are going through so many emotions in presently, that we need to appreciate it. We need to appreciate those emotions, be it sorrow, be it joy, because as this poet says, they come together. And his poems, are so philosophical and they're so useful. And I think, I hope you enjoyed these two poems that I picked. Since the topic is about emotions and tears, I picked these two poems called Joy and Sorrow. And the first poem goes like this. Joy and Sorrow. Then a woman said, "Speak to us of joy and sorrow." And he answered, "Your joy is your sorrow unmasked, and the self-same well from which your laughter rises was oftentimes filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain." Isn't it beautiful? And it's so meaningful if you really think about it. Is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burned in the potter's oven? And is not the lute that suits your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. And when you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. Some of you say, "Joy is greater than sorrow," and others say, "Nay, sorrow is the greater." And I say unto you, they are inseparable. Together they come, and when one sits alone with you at your board, remember that the other is asleep upon your bed. Verily you are suspended like scales between your sorrow and your joy. Only when you are empty are you at standstill and balanced. When the treasure keeper lifts you to weigh his gold and his silver, needs must your joy or your sorrow rise or fall. I love this poem, and the second one is even more interesting. Okay, a smile, a tear, and a smile. I would not exchange the sorrows of my heart for the joys of the multitude, and I would not have the tears that sadness makes to flow from my every part turn into laughter. I would that my life remain a tear and a smile, a tear to purify my heart and give me understanding of life's secrets and hidden things, a smile to draw me nigh to the sons of my kind, and to be a symbol of my glorification of the gods. A tear to unite me with those of broken heart, a smile to be a sign of my joy in existence. I would rather that I died in yearning and longing than that I live weary and despairing. I want the hunger for love and beauty to be in the depths of my spirit, for I have seen those who are satisfied the most wretched of people. I have heard the sigh of those in yearning and longing, and it is sweeter than the sweetest melody. With evening's coming, the flower folds her petals and sleeps, embracing her longing. At morning's approach, she opens her lips to meet the sun's kiss. The life of a flower is longing and fulfillment, a tear and a smile. The waters of the sea become vapor and rise and come together and are a cloud. And the cloud floats above the hills and valleys until it meets the gentle breeze, then falls weeping to the fields and joins with brooks and rivers to return to the sea, its home. The life of clouds is a parting and a meeting, a tear and a smile. And so does the spirit become separated from their greater spirit to move in the world of matter and pass as a cloud over the mountain of sorrow and the plains of joy to meet the breeze of death and return whence it came, to the ocean of love and beauty, to God. Isn't that Advaita explained? I love that poem too. And I hope you enjoyed these two poems. And I hope I find an interesting topic next week. And thank you for listening.